You hear that? It's my Tibetan singing bowl. Pretty cool, huh? So I've been sitting here with my Tibetan singing bowl, thinking about this whole situation with the coronavirus and all of the restrictions and regulations that are changing pretty much hour by hour. And I think people don't understand what the restrictions are for. I don't think people are understanding the concept of flattening the curve. So maybe I can sort of explain it, because I've been typing it, but I keep rereading it, and I don't think people are getting it. Not that like it's my job to teach the world, but anything I can do, from my home where I am here, not out, I'm here, isolated in my house, as we all should be. And, I am not a conspiracy theorist. I tend to be more middle of the road. And in the beginning, I thought this is ridiculous. And the media is blowing this way out of proportion. And they're trying to scare us. And there's some crazy political agenda. And there are people who are still thinking that. But as I did my own research and took responsibility for myself and my own knowledge, I'm realizing that it's real, okay? So there's a real threat here to public health. And I think we should be able to see that by what's happening around the world in other countries that are ahead of us by a couple of months. So flattening the curve. The curve is the rate of exposure and infection, okay? And it spikes very quickly. You have patient one who talks to two patients, three people, whatever. Those people are now exposed, infected. They each talk to three people. Those three people each talk to three people. And it doesn't take very long, my friends, for the curve to be up here where we have extreme exposure, where they're trying to avoid that. This self-isolation and quarantining and staying home and social distancing, it's about stopping that spike and flattening it out. So you get up, it's happening, people are getting exposed, and then it's flattening out because we are not being exposed to each other. And it's not just about me or you or one single person. Everyone that you come in contact with, you are bringing all those people to anyone else you come in contact with. Anyone they have come in contact with, you're bringing all of that to the next person. That's why we need to stay isolated, quarantined. And they've been trying to tell us without inciting panic. Whatever the TP hoarding is, that's weird. Everybody's agreeing, like, what is going on there? But without creating mass hysteria, they're trying to tell us, stay home, flatten the curve, stop the spike, flatten it out. We're probably about here. Flatten it before it gets up here. That's what flattening the curve means. And whether you think this is man-made, whether you think it's germ warfare, whatever you think, we have to flatten the curve because it's real. Because people are really getting sick and people are really getting this virus and they're really passing it on to other people. And what happened in Italy can very well happen here, where the number of people who were critically ill overtook the healthcare system. And there weren't enough supplies and equipment to take care of all the sick people, let alone anybody else who might waddle in with a broken leg, a heart attack, a seizure, a car accident, whatever. There's no room for any other emergencies because the system is taxed with the sick people. Do you get that? So people who are traveling around and still going to functions and saying, well, I'm not sick. Well, okay, so what? It's about everybody. It's about all of us. It's about everyone together. Stop exposing yourself to the potential of exposing somebody else who might have a different reaction than you, who might be immunocompromised, who might be elderly, who might have other comorbidities, diabetes, heart disease, autoimmune diseases, cancer. Yeah, somebody who's been on chemotherapy, who has a compromised immune system. Yeah, they're out there, and you don't know what they look like, and you don't know who to stay away from. If people see me at Walmart, they don't know I have a compromised immune system. Do they? No, I know. So I'm in my house. But everybody else should be in their house too, right? It's not whether you're sick or whether you think you're sick or, well, I have to go to work, so I'm probably exposed at work anyway, so it doesn't matter if I go anywhere else. Yeah, it does. It does, because if you're exposed at work, if you have to go to work, and I get it, like we all have bills, right? I mean, I get the work thing. If you have to go to work and you feel, oh, well, I could just be exposed at work. Okay, well, but go home and stop the risk of exposing other people, because you could be carrying it and not even know it. That's how the curve rises so sharply. We're carrying it and we don't even know it because the incubation period is long and you're potentially contagious and you don't even know you're sick. So let's flatten the curve. Stay home. Self-isolate. Only go out if it's urgent. If you don't have any food, okay, well then go to the store and get some food. Okay? But flatten the curve. Stay home. Don't go to the movies. Now, Michigan has today shut down movie theaters, gyms, clubs, spas, any place, indoor gatherings, outdoor venues, anything. They're shutting them down. They're going to be shutting them down more and more and more and more across the country, north and south, warm places, cold places, east, west. They're all going to shut down because people aren't listening. They aren't listening, and they are negating the curve, flattening the curve. So that's what it means to flatten the curve. Stay home. Stay home. There's plenty to do. Don't we all have enough distraction at home? Don't we all have, enough subscriptions to whatever you want to watch on TV or look at on your phone or go outside at your home, walk around the block? You can do that. You don't have to be in a closet. Go sit on your porch. Get some sunshine on your face. Sing, draw, read, watch TV, take a nap, whatever you got to do. We have to flatten the curve. That is the point. And the longer that this goes on, and the longer that people don't listen, that just extends this isolation period. Do you understand that? It extends the isolation period the longer you continue to expose yourself, because then that extends the contagious period. That extends the incubation period. So the curve may not be spiking like this, but the curve is slowly rising, slowly rising, slowly rising, because people are not staying home instead of flattening out. That's what it means. Flatten out so that we stop this exposure. Okay? We're all friends. Be nice to each other. Who cares about your political affiliation? Whatever. Whatever. We can all take personal responsibility and help, okay, to flatten the curve. That's it. Have a good day. The sun is shining. Peace out, friends.